Hey guys, Shanna Cramer here with Creatively Uncorked, and today I have some new products to show you. They've sent me 3 separate products, and we've got the original Sketcher sheet and a water brush, so I'm definitely going to take a look at that one today. There's a Spring Colors single sheet, so I'll be testing this as well. And then, as something to try this out on, the Sketchbook. There we are. Okay, so first, let's take a look at the color sheets. This is the original Sketcher set, 16 colors and a water brush. Okay, so here's the water brush. This is, okay, so it's got some fuzzy bristles on it. All right, and it's got a water container, which you can see that dot. It looks like you got to squeeze it to soak up water. I'll have to test this out. I'll give this a try and get back to you on how well that works. Okay, so that is the brush. Let's take a look at the color sheets. Oh, look at that. It's got an easy open. How convenient. It's all about the easy. All right, so here we are. Let's take a look. It says super vivid transparent watercolors, 16 colors, handmade with heart. All right, so we have crimson, deep pink, vermilion, dusk orange, chrome yellow, yellow ochre. I'm sorry. Yeah, that says chrome yellow. It says chrome yellow, but well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, burnt umber, burnt sienna, sap green, light green, viridian, peacock blue. I really have to try out these colors because that is definitely not looking like peacock blue or viridian. Persian blue, violet, which is green. So there must be some kind of a coating holding it onto the paper, I'm guessing. Magenta, which is most certainly brown, and slate black. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. It even gives you a little bit of a space so you can do your color swatch tests right here on your strip. So I am going to go fill up the water pen and be right back. All right, here we are. I've got my water pen now all filled with water. And yep, it was just like I thought, where you do need to squeeze it, suck up the water, squeeze it again, suck up the water. So, and it does get it filled with water. So now I'm just testing it out for the first time. You kind of, woo. Okay, so you kind of squeeze it, and then water sort of drips out from, and water drips out from way up here when you squeeze it. So I think if you hold it very upright, like so, which isn't going to help you with the, nope. Okay, so water does seem to be squeezing out from way up here. So I think this is something to be careful about when you're doing your painting, because it could be really easy to squeeze this and then have it just drip on your paper instead of into your bristles, which is where you would want the water. So that's just something to keep an eye on. Okay, so now I have, the bristles are indeed damp. So I'll go ahead to my color sheet, and I'm not going to go in order because I'm really curious how this can be peacock blue. Wow. Okay, that's peacock blue. All right, and I do still have a water cup handy because I don't know how to watercolor without water cups. So I'm just rinsing out that peacock blue. Let's see viridian. Ooh. Well, that has got a lot of pigment, I do have to say. All right, let's see what other colors we want to try. Sap green. This looks almost black, like a brownie black. Yeah, sap green. Light green. Wow, I am surprised actually, because these colors, they look so funny when they're dried out on these pages like this. There's just no way that could possibly be burnt umber. You know what I mean? But then take a look. That is pretty red for burnt umber, actually. I think it looks more like a burnt sienna. Oh, and then burnt sienna is right here. Let's give that one a try. That one looks like a very dark burnt sienna, or possibly burnt umber. Yeah, now that it's drying, it looks definitely more umberish. So I'm wondering if these two swatches aren't switched around, because this definitely looks like burnt sienna and this definitely looks like burnt umber. All right, onward. Let's take a look at that yellow ochre. This is very brown looking, but yeah, I'll call it ochre, all right. Chrome yellow. This one, I will be surprised, because chrome yellow is a really light kind of electric yellow. And this is a little more on the orange side. That is not as bright yellow as I would expect chrome yellow to be. Well, let's keep right on going. So now we have dusk orange. Now, I don't have any reference for dusk orange because I don't know what color that is. Okay. It seems to be kind of almost a dirty orange. Vermilion, orange vermilion's a lovely bright color. And this is a little bit redder than I would expect vermilion to be, but it's a nice, bright, vibrant color. Let's check out this deep pink. This deep pink, which looks brown. Ooh. Okay, so I guess I would call that like a deep magenta. Yeah, I think it's pretty close to a deep magenta. Crimson. Okay, and crimson seems to be a much smoother, brighter, actually kind of a warm red. I think I might have skipped a page here, so let's go back. Slate black. Slate black is not a common watercolor color name, so it does look like a pretty pure black, I think. Maybe a hint of kind of a purplish bluish hue to it. Okay, magenta, which on here looks brown. Yep, that looks magenta. Violet. The violet that looks sparkly green. Oh, well, this seems to be a much weaker tint. Oh, okay. I wonder if this green tint on top, can you see that? It's like a shiny green tint on top. And I wonder if that isn't just put there to protect the paint, because when I first picked up this color and brushed it on, it was pretty weak. And when I went to the second time in that same spot, it's a pretty bold violet. So that might just be there to protect it. So Persian blue. You hear of Prussian blue sometimes, but not really Persian blue. This is definitely not Prussian blue, so I guess it's Persian blue, which is a nice blue. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, I think those were the ones I skipped. I think I've got all the rest of them now as testers. How fun. It's a good thing there are these protector sheets in between. Okay, how to use. That would have been that would have been a good thing to read. It says be amazed. Okay. Avoid sticking when wet. Well, recommendations, let the colors dry before closing the color sheets. And it says do not ingest them. So try not to eat them, folks. No good. No good can come of this. And wash your hands. Okay, so those are the 16 basic colors. And I'm going to set this aside so it can dry somewhat. This is, you know what, if I'm going to be using this, this is never going to be completely dry before it gets put away, and that's just the way things are. So I'm just going to like fan it out a little bit and just set it aside, and maybe that'll be good enough. Onward. Now I want to take a look at the other color sheets. These are the spring colors. Okay. And same deal, it just doesn't have the brush pen with it. Again, the same easy open package, which I love. Bit on the noisy side, but what do you do? Okay, so here is the spring set of the Viviva Colors color sheets. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a look. I'm just going to start painting these right away instead of looking through them, because we just did that. We know what it's about. So here is a vivid red. Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to think what's this close to. It might be kind of close to Scarlet Lake. Okay, cherry blossom. That is bright, bright. I'd say this is a combination of rose, like not permanent rose, not that dark, and maybe opera. So similar to opera and permanent rose. Okay, burgundy. And again, this looks brown. This does not look like, and I'm totally forgetting to use this brush as a squeeze brush. I'm just dunking it in water every time. I'll try to, I need to clean it out though. I need to rinse out the last color before I use the new color. So burgundy. And that burgundy looks exactly how I would expect a burgundy to look. That one, I would say it's right on. And you do see it changing colors quite a bit. As it dries here, it is partially wet, partially dry. The wet part is a bright, bright pink. And then as it dries, it's turning into more of a dull, kind of a purpley gray. So it does change pretty considerably as it dries. And going back to the cherry blossom and vivid red, which are pretty much dry now. And the cherry blossom is still nice and bright. I have to wonder about the permanency of this color, because usually pinks, anything in the pink range and often some yellows will just fade out in the sunlight. A lot of purples will as well. Saffron. That looks gorgeous. Let's test it out. Ooh, my favorite color. I think I like that color a lot. That's gorgeous. Wonder what color it's going to be when it dries. Let's hurry up and dry it. I'm not made out of patience. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Love that color. Saffron. Happy yellow. Well, happy yellow, this looks like, I doubt that it's anything like a cadmium. Oh, okay, I'd say it's a little bit like a Real yellow, a little bit. Of course, I'm just doing little swatches. I can't tell what their whole behavior is, but yeah. All right, so tree bark brown. Let's give that one a try. Ooh, very, very reddish brown. That's an unusual color. Yeah, that is kind of unusual. So that's what tree bark brown is. Well, okay, so it's starting to dry now, and so I'm starting to see two different colors. When it goes on, when it's wet, it's very reddish. So there is a lot of red in there. You can kind of see right under the words. And then above the words where it's starting to dry, it gets to be, I would almost call that greenish brown. So yeah, tree bark brown, that's an unusual color. I can't compare it to anything. Foliage green. There I go, dunking my brush in the water again. That's gonna take some practice to get used to that one. Okay, foliage green, nice and bright. I'd say that's like a green deep, like a pure green. Olive green. Yeah, that looks good. That looks exactly like I would expect olive green to look. They do dry fairly quickly on this paper. Yeah, so this is the, what did we call it? The foliage green is drying a little bit more flat. It's still very vibrant as far as greens go, but it is drying a little bit flatter. And then this olive green still looks olive green. It does get duller when it dries, but it's still olive green. Lemongrass. I'll try that again. I think if the colors seem puny, it might be because they still have a little bit of that protector color up over them. I could be wrong about that. The lemongrass is a nice bright springy green. It's a very, like, I'll call it like a candy green. I don't know, because it's so a little too bright, too pure. It's very an unnatural pigment. And here we have ocean blue, which I'd say is probably similar to cobalt blue. Maybe a little bit brighter. Okay. Ooh, let's move on. Let's take a look at this midnight blue. Ooh, goodness. Wow. So that's more of a, I don't want to say dirty blue, but It's a little bit closer to, say, an Indigo or Antwerp, something like that. And Indigo blue. Now this one they're calling Indigo blue, so let's see. Well, see what it looks like when it dries, because right now it looks very ultramarine. So let's wait for that one to dry just a little bit. Okay. So the Indigo Midnight Blue, I still think looks more like a natural indigo, and the Indigo looks more like ultramarine. So I'll just say that. I don't know if this is colors being switched again, or I don't know. Maybe that's just, they just have different names for their colors. So it's a good thing to test them out before you before you actually use them if you're expecting your color to be exactly your color. Of course, I would think that this product would be maybe for like urban sketchers, or when you're just like riding a bus and need something to do, you just take out your old brush pen and you start, you know, painting on something, maybe on the airplane. But yeah, so metallic red. Ooh, we've got some fun metallic colors now. I love metallic colors. Ooh, shiny. You know, that looks a little like saffron with sparkles. Metallic red. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Metallic pink. Metallic baby pink. See, and that one's a little like the opera again, or I think they call it cherry blossom. But cherry blossom seems to be based on a similar pigment as opera. And with a little metallic. Oh my gosh, I love these metallics. Oh, so nice. Now let's get into our metallic light green. Oh, it does look bright. Yeah, that's a nice bright green. Bright and metallic. And metallic sky blue. That's a lovely color. Metallic sky blue. So definitely I'm going to say these metallics are my faves. Yeah, I can't go wrong with anything that sparkles. All right, and there is the end of it. The last thing that we have to take a look at is the Viviva Sketchbook. This sketchbook is, well, it says 64 pages, 32 leaves. It's an A5, 120-pound paper hot press, acid-free. It says A5 ivory. Let's take a look. Looks a lot like Moleskine. It's even got the elastic around it. So we'll go ahead and pull that elastic off and then take a look at the inside. Okay, definitely not a Moleskine. The binding is entirely different. So here we are with the whole sketchbook, and these are pretty decently thick sheets of paper. How fun. Well, so this first sheet seems to be just a cover sheet. This might, you can sketch on it or something, but this is not watercolor paper. The second sheet, now we're talking about watercolor paper. So the first sheet's just a cover, and then move on to the second. And after that, we're dealing with watercolor. So why don't we take a look at what are some of my favorite colors over here. The metallics, obviously. All right. Okay, what are we going to paint? Let's see. Okay, I'll try it without the water this time. I don't know how far I'll make it. But what if I wanted to do something springy, like a big old flower? So maybe I have like this flower coming up here. Oh, got some. Oh, okay, so I'm squeezing the pen, so trying to get used to the pen here. That's kind of a fun and interesting one. All right, let's add a little blue to our green. Ooh, I like that blue. See this one? This is the metallic sky blue, which kind of almost has a manganese flavor to it, which manganese blue, lovely, lovely, gorgeous, beautiful blue. Wow, we'll add some blue leaves in there too. What the heck? We can make blue leaves if we want. We're the artist. Gonna have to, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try not to use the water this time, so I'll keep my towel handy and try to just wipe. We have the metallic baby pink though. So let's see what we can do about that. Maybe we got a little red in there. All right, I'm gonna try not to dunk my brush in water. Oop. Yeah, so this pencil water brush thing, I think is really going to take a little bit of practice. It's not something that is very intuitive, but I do think it's something that a person could get used to. Let's see. Oh, trying not to rinse. What did we have for yellows in this one? Let's take a look. Look at that handy cheat sheet. How about happy yellow? I like it. Let's do happy yellow. Well, it certainly is happy. Oh, almost dunked in the water. Let's see. Permanent brown. Let's see now. Burgundy now. Saffron. Saffron, my friend. Ooh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love that saffron. What a beautiful color. Yeah. Maybe we do burgundy in the middle, huh? What if we dropped a couple of little specks of that in the middle just to offset? Do you think it looks like a flower? I think it looks bright. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's try some of these greens now. So we've got somewhat of a rosish type thing here. I'm going to try this foliage green, right? Can't go wrong with foliage green, right? Trying to make some rose leaves, have a little bit of points on them, right? Okay, and why don't I try some of this olive, because that is so bright green, so bright. And rose leaves do get a little bit on the dark side. Okay, so I'll do one of these little guys that comes off those roses. They're not really leaves. They're kind of course, their leaves are green and they're on roses, but they kind of grow to the top of the rose. They're not the big leaves that grow off the stems. They come off of the rose itself. Yeah, I like this olive green pretty well there. How lovely. And so for the record, no, I am not an affiliate of Viviva. I am not getting paid for this. They sent me their product to test out, which I am more than happy to do. I love testing new things. It's my favorite thing. And if you wanted to send me fun new things to test, just get a hold of me. My contact information is right on the header of my YouTube page. I want to try some of this tree bark brown just because. Nope. Well, yeah, that's a really, well, okay, I got to remember, this is a strange brown. It's not going to dry red. It goes on red, but it does not dry red. So I'll just be patient with that. And in the meantime, I'll make some other happy flowers. How about some ocean blue? And how about some purple in that blue? Oh, I guess it's not really purple, is it? Well, that's okay. I could put some red in that blue. Ooh, what if I put metallic red in that blue? Maybe some of that metallic pink. They call it metallic baby pink, which is like opera, but metallic. Gorgeous, gorgeous, fun. Trying to get some more water here. Oh, let's see if I can do it without making a mess. Squeeze that brush a little. Whoop, whoop, okay. Did it. Good job, me. All right, so now I'm just playing in no longer of evaluating anything because I'm totally lost in the playtime here. All right, so let's get something fun and happy going on, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna do some more of this happy yellow because I love happy yellow. Okay, that was fun. I'd say that my overall impression of these products are this is something that would be really fun to play with. It would be a really great gift. I like that there is this whole notebook sheet, which does seem to work very well with this paint and with this brush pen. So you're still going to get, it looks like you can still get blooms, just like with any other watercolor painting. The colors can possibly float nicely over each other. Like there's a good blend going on right in here. but these colors are really, really bright and really gorgeous. So I like the colors. I like the colors a lot. I'm not sure how long these will last. I mean, I did get pretty far with, you know, what I used, that little spot right there. So, but I haven't tried doing a full painting or anything. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long these will last, but I do think that this would be a great gift. This would be a great way to keep busy on an airplane while you're traveling. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Love the colors. All right. Well, I hope you've learned something. I certainly did. I'm Shanna Cramer. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please do subscribe, hit the like button, and I'm happy to show you more things.